Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio and welcome to Prayer for Peace. We are here for another beautiful opportunity, dear friends, for us to pray together. Yes, prayer is nourishment for our soul. That's why we learn in Spiritism that we should practice prayer not only once a day or once when I need it, once I remember about it. We are aiming to be in this constant communication with God to a point like Jesus. Jesus was in perfect communication with God 24/7. And that's why he was God's emissary to come to earth to guide us to the good news through the pathway of the good. One day, Jesus said, "You can do what I do and much more." But until we get there, we need, dear friends, we need these moments where we stop what we're doing and we use these moments as true communication with God. That's why at the beginning of every prayer for peace, before we do the prayer, we read a message. Why do we read a message? So we can have this moment where we disconnect through the day-to-day tasks, the worries of the day, the week, the weekend. We nourish our souls, spiritually speaking. We instruct ourselves, and then we're ready to pray. And it's very easy. We can do this at home by ourselves. We should do it. All we need is an inspirational book. Today we are using the book Happy Life by the medium Divaldo Franco through the spirit of Joanna de Angelis. And there are many, so many different books here. I have so many at my desk that, before you start working, before you start a new task, in the evenings, throughout the day, we can have these moments of prayer and communication with God. So today's message, Joanna de Angelis talks to us about us staying strong in the pathway of the good. She says, the moment you make high-minded resolutions and spare yourself mental imbalance, people will try to convince you that you are making a big mistake. Stay the course and don't listen to them. When you fall, few hands will try to help you up. There is no lack of those who will push you even deeper in the abyss of despair. Sadly, selfless helpers are in the minority, while the majority love to cause you grief. Continue in the path of the goodness, and the good will be very good to you. That's it, dear friends. Short message. But what is Joanna de Angelis reminding us? She's reminding us that the moment that we make the decision in our lives to stay in the path of goodness, saying, I'm going to leave my old self behind, my old tendencies. I'm going to make wiser choices. I'm going to choose to follow God's laws. I'm going to stay on the pathway of the good. That will be Joanna de Angelis' words. People, majority, she says, they will try to convince you that we are making a big mistake. And that, dear friends, is both in the physical realm and the spiritual realm. Why? Because in the spiritual realm, those are our companions of the past. Yes, they have been with us for centuries and they feed on our be in the enjoyment moments of life. Yes, we were here to have fun and enjoy life. That's all they want to do too. They want to enjoy life with us. But when we start praying, we start to make wiser choices. We know that our choices, there are consequences. They don't want us to change because they don't have the plug anymore so that they can feed on the wrongdoings that we used to do. And they do what? They use people in our lives. Sometimes, not only sometimes, majority of times, people closest to us, family members, friends, loved ones. Why? Because they are weak. They don't know yet. So they are easily influenced. You see, we're talking about those things we're having here, this connection issues, is because the spirits don't want us to know about this because they don't want us to change. But today's Joanna de Angelis remind us, stay strong in your decision. Yes. Why? Because there are many, they're easily to push us to the abyss, but few are those who are gonna help us up. And this is so true, right? We have experienced this probably in our own lives, and we hear people talking about it. People that used to say, oh, I used to have many quote unquote friends when I was successful, when I had money, people that were famous. And then, as soon as challenges come, maybe a layoff at work, financial ruin, people who get sick, then the quote unquote friends disappear. And only a handful. And then people say it is in those moments that we truly see who our true friends are. And it's so true because those who stay with us through thick and thin, those are our true friends. But they are the minority. So, who should we answer to? Should we answer to people in our lives? No. Mother Teresa said, our choices are between us and God. And at the end of the day, it is on our conscience. Let us think about it. We're not going to be able to get to the spiritual realm. And when asked about why didn't you fulfill X, Y, and Z in your reincarnatory plan, which was written to you, we're not going to be able to say, oh, because my family, my husband, my wife, my children, my parents, my sister and brother, my friends, my boss. No, it's between us and God. So we're going to have to answer for it. So that's why we should truly every day reflect on this message by Joanna de Angelis and teach the children and teens in our lives. Yes, we're not going to be able as a child to point fingers and say, but he started, she started because of their fault, not mine. That doesn't work, dear friends. In real life, that doesn't work because we are responsible for our own choices. So let us do, as Joanna de Angelis says, continue on the path of goodness, and the good will be very good to you. Yes, why? Because we already know we reap what we plant. If we are planting today good seeds in the good, tomorrow, what are we gonna reap? Good, good and beautiful things. So Let us reflect on your message, dear friends, as we pray, shall we? Dear loving Father, dear Master Jesus, our true guide, Master Jesus, you are the only one who we can look at, admire, and say, God, please help me be like Jesus, because you are a true guide and model. So we pray, Master Jesus, that you can help us remove the scales from our eyes so that we can see life more clearly. We can stop the illusions and the stories that we tell ourselves to see truly life as it is. We pray, Master Jesus, that we have the courage and the strength to make the decision once and for all to make this life the most important one in our immortality. Because in this life, we choose the good. We choose to follow you, not as a blind faith, but using our reasoning, not using masks and portraying to be something outside different than we are inside, but being true coherent with ourselves and with everyone. We pray, Master Jesus, that once we make that decision, we can stay strong, knowing that the good is all that is. We pray, Master Jesus, for everyone connected to us in prayer. May their homes, their families, their loved ones be enveloped in your healing light. May they feel this connection with you even stronger. And may everyone in their lives and in our lives also receive the same treatment. We're so grateful, Master Jesus, for the blessings of Spiritism in our lives, who open our eyes. May the blessings of these hours be shared with our neighborhoods, our communities, our cities, states, and countries. And we visualize bridges of peace, solidarity, understanding, and forgiveness being formed around the world, especially in places where war, conflict, hunger are still so prevalent. And we pray especially for leaders, decision makers around the world. May they also, dear Father, listen to the voice of the good in their lives, choosing the good path and fulfilling the beautiful incarnatory plan that you designed for them and each one of us. May them be reminded of their responsibility with this beautiful planet Earth. Grateful for these moments of true communion with you, we ask for your permission to close these prayerful moments of tonight. And so be it. Thank you, dear friends. What a blessing to be here. We hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful night. And we'll see you here at Kardec Radio, because here we are always nourishing our souls. Stay connected with us, dear friends, and we'll see you soon until our next prayer for peace. In the meantime, stay connected, because here we have programs 24/7. Bye bye.